My name is Tunde Kelani, but everybody calls me TK. Distinguished guests, fellow filmmakers, artists, and friends, on behalf of our executive producers, Mr. Tayo Ladimeji and Kule Adebi, and on behalf of the entire cast and the crew representing the cast and the creative team behind Cordelia, I warmly welcome you to this very special occasion. After 3 years of hard work, resilience, and faith, Cordelia is finally ready for cinema audiences. Cordelia is not just about the release of a film. It is the celebration of a journey that began with a powerful story on the pages and comes alive on nationwide cinema distribution by Film One from July 18, 2025. Thank you. At the heart of Cordelia is a literary work by one of our greatest writers, Professor Femi Oshofisan. His novel provided the foundation, a layered, compelling narrative that we were honored to adapt for cinema. This is a reminder of the critical bond between African literature and the African film. Our written stories, alongside oral tradition, folklore, and lived experiences, are part of our intangible heritage. When we adapt them to film, we are not just entertaining, we are preserving, interpreting, and passing on our culture. This is what makes our cinema deeply authentic and what sets African storytelling apart. Cordelia is a film about silence, about the unspoken damage of power and the quiet suffering of those who live in the shadows of history. It is a political and historical story, yes, but it's also deeply personal. It holds a mirror to the fractures in our society and the fragility within the family when truth is suppressed. Because when power changes hands by force, when there's a military coup or a natural disaster caused by years of neglect, it is not the powerful who suffer first. It is the innocent, ordinary families that are torn apart. Children are displaced, parents are silenced or disappeared. The people caught in the crossfire are those simply trying to live, to raise their families, and to survive. Cordelia gives voice to those quiet victims, the ones history books often forget. And one of the most moving aspects of this film, what binds it emotionally, is the music. The original score was composed by the talented Michael Ogunlade, but it reached new creative heights through a unique collaboration, the music department of the University of Delaware in the US, under the leadership of Professor Anderson, arranged, orchestrated, and scored the film in a project that is titled Cultural Fusion. This collaboration between continents, between cultures, between traditions and techniques represents exactly what Cordelia stands for. It's a creative dialogue, a meeting point between African stories and global craftsmanship, and it shows what is possible when we open our doors to collaboration while staying true to our roots. To our extraordinary cast here represented and our crew, thank you for your passion and professionalism. To the composers, musicians, and partners behind the sound of Cordelia, thank you for giving this film its soul. And to our audience, the Nigerian audience, who have stood with African filmmakers through decades of evolution. You are the true backbone of this industry. Through those era of Nollywood, VHS, VCD, cinema and streaming, you have stayed loyal. You believed in our stories when others didn't, and it is for you that we continue to create. So in conclusion, let us recognize and thank the team that made today possible. City People magazine, led by our brother, the visionary editor, Mr. Tunde Kelani, and the assistant editor, Mr. Sunday Adigun, and their entire hardworking team. I thank you for organizing this press conference and for your continued commitment to celebrating the Nigerian creativity and culture. As for me, Cordelia is not the end, but a new beginning, marking the start of a fresh chapter filled with entertaining, thought-provoking, and culturally grounded films that will continue to complement my decades-long journey in African cinema. Ire ni o, ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.